FESTAC in Lagos was named after the Festival of Arts and Crafts that took place in 1977 when Olusegun Obasanjo was ex-military head of state. It was the second of its kind to showcase African arts and culture. The first happened in Dakar in 1966. 45 years later, Tanzania is hosting another edition of this festival. With me today is Yinka Abioye. He's the chairman of FESTAC in Africa. How are you doing today?
Very well, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine. Yes, 45 years is a long time. What took you guys so long?
What took us so long? And that's a very good one. FESTAC was supposed to be something done every 2 to 4 years.
Okay.
To bring all of us together as people all over the continent. Well, Nigeria was supposed to be next. Unfortunately, Nigeria had the civil war in 1967, which delayed everything. I believe the success of 77 has something to do with where we are.
Okay.
77 was extremely successful. I believe during the month, that January 1977, there were probably over 20, 29, 20 something head of state that came in and out of Nigeria for FESTAC. There were over 16,000 people that came from all over the world into Nigeria. There were people from almost about 70 countries that came into Nigeria. So mind you, if you go back into 1977, Africa barely had 50 countries in 1977, which meant 1/3 of the people that came from outside of Africa. And it was an opportunity for all of us to come together in a big way. 45 years later, we saw it as a platform that can be part of what the continent needs today to bring all of us together, to know one another better, to network, to travel and tour Africa and see the beauty of the continent.
Yes, speaking of dates, I saw 21st, I saw 22nd. What day is this year's edition starting? Is it on the 21st or on the 22nd?
21st is the welcoming event for the people. So it's a Sunday to Sunday.
Okay.
We want people to come in. When you come in on the 21st, there's going to be a welcome jamboree, welcome event. So that's probably what you saw.
Oh, okay.
But officially, the business section, the conference section starts on Monday morning, the 22nd.
This year's theme says sustaining and preserving culture in an eco-friendly way.
Yes.
Does that mean it's limited to ancient art and craft?
Okay, so what we've done with FESTAC, first of all, in 1966 and 1977, FESTAC was mostly art, craft, writing, poetry, and all those kind of stuff, right? But what we decided to do is to say FESTAC should be more than that.
Okay.
The culture, the arts, the writing, the poetry should be what we do as a commonality to bring people together. As a matter of fact, one of the things that was not put in 1960 or 1977 was trade, which we push trade a lot in what we do now, and have even exhibitions for SMEs to come and grow their business. Something else we also added to our own version of it is focusing on the children. Because we saw that in 1960 and 1977, if you were not there as a teenager or above, you would not remember it. So what we tried to do to say, let's have a children's section, whereby parents can bring their own children also, and it can be more than just the parents. So we have storytelling for the kids. We have Sarafina show for the kids. We have STEM education for the kids.
Are there still entries going, or how were these exhibitors chosen?
So exhibitors can just go, everything you need to know, you can find it on www.festacafrica.org. So anybody can just go there and follow what you need to do. So what we've done is to not let it take away from the other things we are doing. Based on the number of people that request to do exhibition, we have enough room, we have enough ground to add more. So people can still go in and register to have to do exhibition. We really want to use it as a platform to encourage SMEs to come out more, because this is the only way Africa will go up, in the game of the world.
Yes, and we should hold ourselves to that. In 1977, we have headliners like Stevie Wonder and others. Are there anyone we should be looking forward to see this year?
Yes.
Okay.
We're working on it. 1977 also, you had a lot of money. So you can bring in the Stevie Wonders, you can bring in the Quincy Jones, the Eddie Grant, the Jimmy Cliff. We are working on it. So I can tell you there are 2 big headliners that we've already confirmed, signed, and they're making noise already. We have a rapper from Arusha named Lord Eyes. He's a big boy in Tanzania, and he's the leading rapper in the country, so he's going to motivate the youth. Yeah. We also have a group called FESTAC Yinka. FESTAC Yinka is a band that's almost 50 years old, and believe it or not, and they play rumba. So we've got those 2 legends, and we are still talking to some more people. I mean, again, it's all about fund availability, but we are talking to people. As we get funds, we bring in more bigger names to make it a big band.
Yes, speaking of the other inclusions, we have people like ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo, which was the military head of state then, and now is still very much involved. What part does African Union have to play in this?
So, yes, I mean, the two separate things. So, Chief Obasanjo was the one that spearheaded 1977.
Yes.
And we went to him and we showed him what we are doing. He was very, very pleased with what we are doing, and he has volunteered to assist us as much as possible. We're working on him being our patron for the next 3 years, so he can really, because he knows the streets, he knows Africa. This is not a Nigeria thing, it's a continental thing, and probably even a world thing for where all our people in diaspora. So he's working with us on that. In terms of African Union is a body that they endorsed what we are doing. So that's all you need to get from them. And then you can by their endorsement, we can reach onto the arms that are aligned to them. Your ECOWAS, the East African Community, your SADC. So those are the people we're actually talking to that get more their hands into the ground in being part of what we do. And they've been the one helping us also communicate to the countries under their umbrella.
From 2020, we've been seeing UK, US return relics, Nigerian relics that was looted or stolen at some particular time. These relics, do you know if they are going to ever be able to be available for public viewing, or we just heard they've returned them? Have they arrived, or do you know anything about these relics?
You're putting a big question on my shoulder. I can't answer that, but I can tell you. There are 2 states that we're working with, and I wouldn't mention the name of the states, that had some of their relics being returned to them. So yes, they will be doing exhibition on them to show people when they come back. Because these things they have a lot of high value. They have to be protected. Yes. They have to be secured, and they have to be maintained so they don't rust, so they don't get decayed or dry or die. So they need to be kept. But once they come back, they are putting systems in place to turn them into where we can also enjoy them as people locally, and maybe sometimes you can even travel with some of them to do shows. Yeah.
Yes, that would be very great. If I'm interested in going to Tanzania this year for this particular festival, are there people, agencies I can talk to help with, because I really don't, is Tanzania free to, for Nigerians or for other people over the world that can help?
So, locally in Nigeria,
yes,
we are in partnership with Jadiel's Trust. I should also say that we are in partnership with 3 airlines. Ethiopian Airlines, Rwanda Air, and Kenya Airways. They are all giving 15% discount from anywhere in the world. But I can tell you a lot of the artifacts from our kingdoms are worth a lot of money. And that's why they were looted. But hey, hopefully get them back and enjoy them.
Hopefully get them all back. Yes, lastly, if someone is watching this and happen to be a great artist or something, someone that has something to showcase, maybe dancing, are you still receiving entries?
Yes, we are. So the exhibition is actually, we're calling it a 3-day exhibition. But once you get your booth is going to be there for the whole week, right? But it's in the same compound, the Arusha International Convention Center. So the same grounds. During the time of about, I believe, between 2 to 4 or 3 to 5, there's a time where we call it the talent discovery. So that time is an open mic. If you are a poet, if you're an artist, if you sing in the shower and you think you're good enough to come out there, you come on stage and you do your thing. Hopefully somebody discovers you and it becomes something big. So that's how we stage it, to make sure we make room for everybody.
It was a pleasure having you. Well, another edition is upon us. It's our duty as Africans to protect and promote what is ours, both in arts and culture. For more information, visit our website at www.guardian.ng for more. My name is Lois Oguni for Guardian TV. Bye for now.